Amanda Stanley graduated from Newman University in 2008 with a biology degree. She was first introduced to Newman through a high school summer science camp and immediately knew it was where she wanted to attend college.
Yeah, college is that weird time in your life, right? Where you think you're an adult and then later you look back and realize you weren't and wish you could go back and do it again. But living on campus is a great experience because you get to be an adult with also having the guardrails of a support system around you where you can make mistakes and learn from them and figure out by the time you're done how to be a fully functioning human.
After Newman, Amanda completed 2 years of medical school before her higher education journey was sidetracked.
After my first year is when I caught a nasty case of cancer. I was having a lot of pain standing in the cadaver lab, and so I ignored it like every responsible 22-year-old does for a while, and eventually it was not able to be ignored, and so it turns out I had a football-sized tumor in my pelvis.
Doctors were able to remove the tumor, but after 6 months, it returned. As a result, Amanda's leg needed to be amputated, and she took a year off from school to recover. The break was a time for Amanda to reflect on her education and her future, and a realization set in. Amanda didn't want to be a doctor. She wanted to be a lawyer.
But suddenly I had this time off and a break, and I was like, okay, I don't want to do that. And okay, so what else am I good at that might pay back my med school loans? And so I decided to take my LSAT. I did really well on it when I was still very sick and very medicated, and so I figured that was a sign. And so I applied to law school. I got a great scholarship, and then I ultimately decided to withdraw from med school and not go back, and instead pursued the law school route.
Today, Amanda is the city attorney for Topeka, Kansas, and runs the legal department with a staff of approximately 20 employees. One of her proudest career moments was affecting change during Winter Storm Uri, a deadly storm that affected more than half of the United States during February 2021. Gas prices were rising to record highs, and the threat of thousands of Kansans losing their gas services was imminent. Amanda said the only option for help at the time was the legislature.
Normally legislation takes a lot of time, and this is one of probably the coolest thing I'll ever work on because the bipartisanship and action that was very real and tangible. Any one of the people in various offices could have stopped that, but they didn't. And so I called one of the legislators that I knew would listen, and within like 2 hours, a bill was being drafted. Ultimately, from the time it was introduced to the time it was signed by the governor in her pajamas was 13 hours. That is unheard of.
From lobbying for state housing land to taking on the prosecution of domestic violence cases, Amanda continues to make a difference in the lives of hundreds of citizens in her community.
I try to listen to what my fellow employees, my citizens, my governing body needs, and then ask critical questions to figure out what they really need. And then think creatively to figure out how to get to yes. It is really easy to say no. That is the easy answer, and I know attorneys get a bad rap because we say no all the time. But I strive to figure out ways to yes when we can get there, and I push my staff to all do that as well. And it can lead to some pretty creative solutions, but it helps our community. And so that's how I think about my job. How can I get to yes? How can I be part of a team player atmosphere that helps all of our community get better?
Congratulations, Amanda Stanley, recipient of the 2024 Spirit of Acuto Award.